Miss Brown. I love math class. Today we will discuss Math Standard 6.EE.4 Equivalent Expression. What this means is to identify when two expressions are equivalent. When the two expressions name the same number regardless of which value is substituted into them. In other words, when the two expressions name the same number regardless of which value is substituted into them, you get the same results. Before we begin, there's some definition that you must be aware of. The community properties state that order does not matter. You get the same results for the answer. Addition and multiplication are commutative. Next we have the distributive property. It lets you multiply a sum by multiplying each add-in separately and then add the product. The associative property states that you can add or multiply regardless of how the numbers are grouped. The greatest common factor, or the GCF, is the greatest factor that divides two numbers. Assignment tasks. Which of the following expressions are equivalent and why? Number 2. If an expression has no match, write two equivalent expressions to match it. There are 5 equations below, A through E. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to explain which expression or expressions are equivalent. Also, you should be able to tell in which of these problems which property was used to complete the expression. Let's pause for a minute for you to think about it. If you need longer than a minute to solve the expression, pause the presentation before going to the solution. Compare your answers with mine. Problem A can be rewritten by eliminating the parentheses. Use the distribute property, and your answer is 2x plus 8. Problem B. The community property of addition is used. Find the greatest common factor, which is 2. Use the distributive property, and your final answer is 2x plus 8. Problem C. Choose the greatest common factor of 2 and 4, then factor out 2. Your final answer is 2 open parentheses x plus 2 close parenthesis. Problem D. The community property of addition is used. Now our problem read because there's an understood 1 on the second half of it, so we take that 1 and combine it with the 3, so that gives us an open parentheses 3 minus 1 close parentheses times x plus 4 close parentheses. Now we're going to use the distribute property, which will give us 2 times x plus 4. Use the distribute property again, and our final answer is 2x plus 8. Problem E has nothing to solve. The final answer is x plus 4. A recap of all of the information that has been presented. Your first assessment question: which expression were equivalent? Answer choice A, B, and D was correct. Your next assessment question: in these problems, which property were used to complete the expression? Answer choice D was correct. Thank you for tuning in to Miss Brown I Love Math class.